Seen a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Ready, go.
They'll run on first down. Jefferson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. Jefferson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Panthers' 34-yard line.
2nd and 1. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 16. On first down, Jefferson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
4 yards on the pickup. You ain't going nowhere. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down now, Jefferson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
61. Matchbox, light.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
He's coming, he's coming. Check here. Race don't travel. Race don't travel. Check 3. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you, boy.
And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. 8 read. Let's go, dude. 61, matchbox, light. Let's go.
It's caught. Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Greer. Going to throw right side here, complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll try the left side. McFarland. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Oh, now Greer, he fumbled the football.
And too soft. You draw closer. Defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Greer. And that will be incomplete. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll run on 1st down. Jefferson. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. On 1st down, Jefferson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 60 orange. See it. On. Ready, go.
Now a give right side. Jefferson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They're going to look to throw. He's got Evans. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I can hear about that from him soon.
And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. Topper.
2nd and 4. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
A play fake. Now Greer to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man. Complete. The 20. 10. Touchdown. Carolina. A big play there. 83 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran at the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now a give, right side. Jefferson. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
Check. Any weapon. Third and 8.
Checking. Crash.
He'll drop to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Hey, stand off, dude.
They'll run on first down. McFarland. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, sets you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Greer looks to throw. The quick slant caught. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On 2nd down, Jefferson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And this will pin him back as it's out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, and puts them in that position.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Single, slot.
Get it.
First down, Greer. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the 50, here's Greer. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by M.J. Stewart. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Airing this one out for Evans. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. They'll throw now on the final play. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now it's Greer. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Bravo. Now.
2nd and 10. Here's Greer again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. First down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 14-yard line.
Check hot route. Hot, hot.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back to throw. And this is caught by Evans. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
39-yard line. It's a gain of 3.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set.
Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking, must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shake.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready.
On first down, Jefferson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Pilot, 64, reach.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
On second down, McCaffrey. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Two-jet bombers. Two-jet bombers. Get it.
Now it's Greer off the bootleg. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Christian McCaffrey. Again, 11 on the play. First down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now a give, right side. McFarland. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down. Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
He finds his target. It's Evans. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
Now on 1st down, he'll drop the thrower. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll go down at the 28. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us, and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Off-play action, Greer. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And the Colts have scored again to widen their lead even further. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the 1st. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Second and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Matchbox, light. Hey, 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 hey. Check 50, check 50.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jefferson, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got to be Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
He sets to fire deep, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Panthers, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.